Okay, so what we're going to do now is walk through, talk about the final project, which you'll be doing as a team after lunch. And lunch will end around at 1 o'clock. So we've probably got another 10 or 15 minutes, walk through all of this, answer your questions, and then have a nice long lunch. So let's start with pages 45 to 48 in that PDF, in the instructor guide. And I'll walk you through that, take a look at a couple of the notes that I've made. And that information is the info you're going to use to pull into a template that I'm going to post in a little bit. And as a team, you're going to be pulling that information and then sticking the relevant information into the different sections of the template. So let's start with screen sharing pages 45 to 48 and look at the scenario. So here's the deal. There are a number of licensing violations associated with the CDPH. And I've noted here the specifics of the licensing violations are not really important here. So you don't need to focus on those, only the complaints themselves. And what I've noted is that the governor started to pay increased attention to all the complaints. So it's gone beyond just an issue between CDPH and their constituents, but now the governor's involved. So as a result, a special team has been put together, and you're working with that team to deal with these customer complaints called the PIRU, and here's the hierarchy. And your team's job is to provide some insight into where the bulk of the problems are coming from and what the primary causes are. Your team must also prepare recommendations for reducing the number of complaints and improving the image of the CDPH. In other words, your team must create a completed staff work analysis. So there are 4 different tables that are referenced in these pages, and there are charts associated with them. But you're not going to be creating any charts or creating data sets and doing all the macros and all that work, because this is not an Excel class. So what I've done is created a spreadsheet with all of that already complete, and I'm going to post that in a little bit too. And that's just so you can see how the data sets are transformed into charts, but you're not going to be actually doing anything with those data sets creating charts. So all what you're going to be doing as a team is working through this information in pages 45 through 48 and pulling that into the different sections of the template that we'll post. So there are 4 data sets. This is one of them here. 2 of them are actually hidden in this paragraph here, and then here's the 4th one. And here's some more information for you folks to read. Finally, what do you think the recommendation of the PIRU ought to be? So that's, of course, step 6, final recommendation. And then they have this office diagram here, which will help you see the layout of what the potential problems for these complaints